It's Fate time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Goodsmile Company Fate Extra Idol Emperor Nero. We're getting the best saber, yes I said this, my personal favorite Nero Claudius figure statue in a beautiful, gorgeous red outfit covered in roses and sitting on a very nice, kind of old school couch. I call it a couch, that's probably a better word for it. But regardless of that, why talk about it when I can show you? Let's go. And if you're a fan of the Fate franchise and its many figures, you should really subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, you're just missing out. So I had to take a break and kind of observe this figure on my own and really had to take it in because there's a lot going on and I'm very happy to share it with you guys. Let's have a look at size real quick. She sits at 18.5 centimeters to the top of the head, which means we are going up to 7.2 inches tall. Size comparisons. Here's Jalter, Goodsmile Saber Artoria, SH Figure Arts Son Goku, Goodsmile Masho Kiridaito, Mattel Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Darkseid. Class, elegance, and beauty are really the things that come to mind when I look at this, and that's really the Nero style. So, overall look and detail, the face sculpt captures, especially with the eyes, captures the look of Nero oh so perfectly. Let me get the couch out of the way. That might mess up the camera, but oof. And the look on her face is really like a little bit seductive, just looking to the side. There's not too much going on, but it's greatly done and it has a presence to it. Now shading, there's lots of shading going on in the figure. First you will notice in the hair there's a lighter parts, and then we're going on from the tips. It goes a little bit more into the yellow. It's a lot more pale on the top part. Going around you have the bun, which is, man, the detail on it is really like often, especially with like smaller figures and like more budget type figures, especially with like the hair, the tips of it, it seems a lot more rounded than it should be. With this one, it's pretty good actually. She has the ribbon with the rose on top, the first of plenty roses you're gonna see in this outfit. Also is a lot darker in the middle, gets brighter around it, and I love the color of the red on the roses. It's really like a blood red, really nice and vibrant looking kind of color, and that's perfect. You have the ribbon and a smaller ribbon with the pink and the small line work. As same thing, you have lots of different shades to it, like a lighter, brighter pink and like the little bit darker parts on there. Now, this is like kind of like the only complaint I have with this figure. The necklace. First and foremost, it's just like a plastic piece that's just hovering over here. It doesn't really line up with the shoulders. It's not real metal. It is painted nicely. And the other thing is like, why is it white and like gray? Why is it gold? That's like one of the things I'll get to in a second. There's like a little bit of a lack of gold in the figure, considering it's Nero. And I mean, like, you don't want to overdo it or whatnot, but with the necklace, there definitely should have been some gold in it. With that out of the way, let's get back to the goods and talk about the goods. The boobage is in full force, and you know, Nero has a very respectable chest with another rose in there, and the only a little bit of a pain issue going on over there. I don't really know what's that. It's a bubble or whatever, but you know, I always gotta have at least some quality control. Her glove is shiny, and that's like one of the parts of the outfit. That and the shoes are a lot more shiny than the rest of it. Has a little bit of a different finish on it, and it's really cool. It looks like it's a little bit of a leathery glove. Well, not really leather, but I don't know what kind of material. You let me know what kind of material would you think the gloves would be. Then we got the scarf that wraps around the shoulders, and we do have the butt window and a completely exposed back, which has some nice detail also in there. It looks beautiful, and not just the shape, the hourglass shape of it. Look how it kind of like the curves of her. Mwah, beautifully sculpted. Have some more of the pearls in the back, and very small roses holding it together. Then we have all the line work that goes on in the figure. For the most part, it looks good. I like how it's kind of a little bit broken up there with the wrinkles in the outfit. There are not many, but you know, some of it to just break it up a little bit, make it look good. And also we got the hand on the skirt, on the robe, more like, not really skirt, entire dress. But then we got some parts like this, and you know, it's my job to look for this. It's not really noticeable, but it's kind of cheaply connected with the line work over there. They don't really line up all the time. Sometimes you have some lines over there that just kind of stop, and you know, it is there. The rest is also nice and wavy. There's some more lines that just kind of like stop, weirdly enough. And we got all the roses all throughout it. Then we have the lower half of the dress, which is in a lot more of a darker red. And guys, I can promise you that this is the best. It's pantsu time! And they actually made detailed pantsu. Oh my god, I'm in love. This is the best pantsu ever since I've started doing this. It's detailed, it's different, and there's also some lines up there, just like really like a different piece of it. And it's beautiful, and I don't know what's going on over here. There's some plastic on there. So yeah, you got the legs, you got the thighs, you got some detail under there. This is ugly looking how this is connected, but you're not really gonna see it on the, I mean, unless you display her like that. You could do that, but god damn it, why? Don't do that. Anyway, legs are long and beautiful, and we're going down through the high heels, which once again have this shiny red on it with some more shading. I love the look of the shoes, by the way. Really great. Standing out. We don't have any bleeding. We don't have any lines crossing over. And there's some more ribbons in the back. And like really the only kind of paint issue I could come up with is the fact that some of the lines don't connect, and that's not really an issue. That's just a small detail. And you know, I also want to have a look at the couch, because the couch looks amazing. Once again, I'm calling it a couch. If there's a better word for it, let me know in the comments. There's some heft to it. It's not cheaply done. It is really sturdy, and the wood on it looks a little bit shiny. Like you polish the wood, and that's kind of how it looks like. Also, there's some shading. There's some darker parts. There's some lighter parts. I don't know why I'm losing my voice right now. It's really annoying. But look at the detail also in it. There's like, considering like this is such a simple thing, like, oh, it's just a couch, who cares? No, this is like really nicely done. They really put in the extra work. The molding on it looks fantastic. The paint on it looks fantastic. It's very nice and shiny. There are some gold lines on it, which I do happily appreciate. And just look at the back, how nice of a wooden texture they try to replicate with the paint. And then you have like a made in China type moon stuff. But it's beautiful. The only kind of, well, I don't really call it complain, but it's kind of weird how this figure just sits on here, and the sitting isn't really, how do I say? You know, you clearly can see there where her butt and her thigh is supposed to go. But it's kind of, I think she stays on there, but it is, I feel like it's a little bit wobbly. She can keel over, so be really careful with that. There's nothing to connect it, and I mean, like, that would kind of also, I mean, if you have a peg hole and like a peg in there, that just kind of looks ugly. So I understand, like, usually high quality figures do like some kind of a sitting pose, some kind of a thing where just the butt is just kind of supposed to rest on it. So that's fine, but might not be the best stability. So, before I get to the final thoughts, one more thing. You get a cushion in the shape of a big red heart. Shoutouts to Hachama. It's equally beautiful, just like everything else. It's also nice. It feels kind of like nice and soft-ish. It's hard to explain. I know it's plastic, but it has a good feel to it, just like the rest of the figure. You know, the plastic, it's good quality plastic, it's high quality plastic. It just feels kind of silky. You know, you have to experience it for yourself. I can't. We don't have touchy vision yet, so yeah, you gotta have to take my word for it. Final thoughts for this figure. I tried to put it on my spinny thing before, by the way, but that's just too small, so I guess I kind of spin it myself, which isn't really the same thing. But this figure is absolutely amazing. I love the pose, I love the look, I love the idea, I love the outfit. The paint job is phenomenal. The only issues I kind of have with it are the lines not connecting on all the parts, but really calling that an issue is kind of harsh, and I don't feel harsh on this one because I feel it's amazing. Then again, it is expensive. This figure clocks in at around 150 bucks on AmiAmi, where I bought it, by the way, and it's still available. as of this recording. It's 150 bucks on AmiAmi, 150 euros, but then of course you have to add shipping, maybe have customs, so you will probably clock in at like 200 or 250 depending on where you live. So yes, it is very expensive, but the size, the look, the paint job, everything is beautifully executed. Oh yeah, and also like the necklace is kind of, could be better, but yeah. Those are small nitpicks, and it is kind of annoying, especially considering at the price point. But what you are getting in exchange is quality, and if you're a fan of Fate, if you're a fan of Nero like I am, then this figure is, in my estimation, it's almost a must-have. I want to say almost because, you know, not everybody wants to pay that much money for a figure, and I understand that, alright, but for me, I was just like, I looked at it and I was like, I have to give this one a shot, and I'm so glad I got it because it's beautiful, and now I really have to find a special place in my collection for this, so I see it all the time. All the time. I want to see it all the time! That's how much I love this. It's one of my favorites of all time, and I cannot really give it any more praise. There are some bad points, but yeah, I love it. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Nero wants.